Dobar dan I dobrodošli. Sit down and relax as we are about to read some webtoons and manga. I recommend purchasing the official scans or translations and reading along with those open as well, for a better reading experience and to support the creators behind the works that I react to in my streams. Links are in the description. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon, so subscribe to or follow SomeEuropeanChick if you want to read along and suggest what to read next. Now without further ado, let's read.
Chainsaw Man, the end game now. I put on volume 10 right now because we want to see the cover, hi Epi. We want to see how the chapters look different, if at all. Here. Sorry, I'm just in pain. And I love Jacob's letter, and to see what all the empty pages in just the chapters that we read, what they're about. And hi everyone. I love Jacob's letter. I've watched the movie 6-7 years ago, and I was fucking confused about it. It was just about a man dying. And I don't remember anything of it. I'd have to rewatch it. A dog's feelings. Nice. He died. Yeah, we know that. I killed Aki. We know that. This is, yeah. This is the chapter. Now let me see if there's the panel. Yeah. Okay, so a few things did change. For example, if I remember correctly, in this upper panel here, Makima's hair, like the coloring of her hair, stuck out of the frame. So I think in these volumes, what you need to do is basically clean up the work, maybe even redraw some things, change coloring, shading, or whatever. Clean it up, basically. I think even this panel looks a little different with the dogs. Can I hold on? This is chapter what? 80? Let me bring up the yeah, I can't. I fucking lost it. I deleted them because when I got a hold of volume 10, I just deleted the other chapters like that were procured in order to read on stream. But I think, yeah, the panels are, like, the chapters are a little different here in the volume than when they're being similarly released on the Jump app. Jump? Shueisha? Manga Plus app. The end is finally here then, yes. I think even parts of the translation are a little different. Hi, Mr. Smokey. Yeah, finally, huh? You're a very good boy, Denji. I think even his expression, I don't know, I'd have to rewatch my stream or undelete the chapters that I deleted now that I got volume 10 here. Yeah, okay, so empty pages, pochta. The ending is confusing. We're gonna see. We're gonna figure it out together, okay? It's gonna be a team effort. It's gonna be us just hanging out and trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah. Before we continue, let me put a big Elda on screen. Yeah, now the hotkeys are working. Fuck me. Okay. Because we were talking about the fall of Lucifer and also the meaning behind the painting, like what is it trying to signal us about the story or Denji's and Makima's relationship. What I said before, I'm just gonna keep it short but repeat myself, is that basically Denji is in heaven when he's in Makima's basement. I was about to say in Makima's apartment. He's basically in heaven there, and now that something happened that Denji didn't like, for example, Power's death, he can't access heaven anymore because obviously he can't really see Makima as his god, as his safe heaven anymore. That was the first aspect. The second aspect was between the relationship, was about the relationship between Makima and the Chainsaw Devil. So the first one was about Makima and Denji, and the second one was about Makima and the Chainsaw Devil, where I said the Chainsaw Devil is basically Lucifer, and Makima is God because Control Devil, God, and using all these tactics to keep control over her subjects, lesser beings. Whereas Lucifer basically evades the control of God because he was cast out of heaven. And even within the Genesis story, he brings humans out of God's control, like ultimate control, by coaxing them into taking a bite of the fruit of knowledge. When Adam and Eve take this apple and eat it, the fruit of knowledge, it's now their choice to believe in God or not, and to find back to God. Right? So basically, Lucifer stands for escaping control, God's control. And I thought, okay, maybe the Chainsaw Devil is in direct opposition to God, and this throne of God, where Makima also says she wants to create a world to her liking, where there is no war, no hunger, no sickness, everything is just peaceful. That sounds like a god, you know? And that sounds like a god that most people would get behind, right? Because the end results would be something that humanity has been striving for since, you know, we started existing. But we have failed so far. So a god giving that to us sounds like a fantasy come true, right? And a comment I got on the one of my videos where I talk about that theory was how they see it differently. Okay, they see Makima as Lucifer, as Satan, and the Chainsaw Devil as God, which can also, you know, you can see the parallel when there's, I think one chapter name was called Death, Resurrection, Chainsaw, which could be a reference to Death, Resurrection, Ascension, which basically happened to Jesus, and Jesus was an aspect of God, like basically God's avatar on Earth in human form. So you could see the Chainsaw also, you know, exerting control over who to let live and who to basically erase out of existence. So basically also having a creation aspect to it, like creating a world to his liking. And Makima being Satan, Lucifer, because she's using manipulation and all these dirty tactics. Basically, you could see Makima as God because of the end result that she desires and being in control of lesser beings. Or you could see her as Satan because of the means she's using to achieve those goals. And I'm saying, I'm still sticking with my theory that Makima represents God, okay? And the Chainsaw Devil represents Lucifer. But you don't have to switch the logic around, okay? Because you just have to take in a little bit of Gnosticism. You know, do you know Gnostic Christianity? They basically tried to explain to themselves the discrepancy between the God that Jesus was talking about, such a benevolent, good God, like a father figure, and the actual God that appears in the Old Testament or the Hebrew Bible. Because they're so different, right? The Old Testament God and the New Testament God, they're vastly different. So, early Christians in antiquity, they tried to explain this by saying, okay, and they had a whole ass world building around that. It's insane, to be honest, but it's cool. So basically, the real God consists of like 12 different facets. Like it's a universe that creates itself and other universes, has its own intelligences, and the intelligences having its own realms that are also part of creation, but also part of God. It's super complicated, but God is basically not the one that is being said to be the Hebrew God in the Old Testament. What the old Hebrew God is a demiurge, is called Yaldabaoth, I think was the name. Basically, Yaldabaoth was a corruption of one of God's realms, called Sophia, wisdom, trying to create her own universe, like being a god of her own, and creating another universe where another god, basically, where she could birth another god. That god was a perversion of what the actual god is, and she was like, oh god, we're saying god too many times in this stream. She was like, oh, this is an abomination. I gotta hide that shit from the real god. And she tried to, but this demiurge, this god now, created its own universe, the material universe that we reside in. So the demiurge, this perversion, this corruption of an idea of God, is what the Hebrew God is. Yahweh, basically. Not the real God. And Jesus, basically. Right. Jesus was a messenger from the real God to tell everyone to stop praying to Yaldabaoth, the material God, like the God of all material life. Because our material universe, we're consisting of atoms, and we're all being separated by atoms. Like, I reside in my body, I'm Elda, you're you, and we're all separate, basically. And we all have limited lifespans and so on. It's basically all material. It's all distracting us from the real spiritual God, like a spiritual existence where we can be one with God again, with the original universal God. So we're being in this trap, this prison. We're being held hostage by Yaldabaoth, who just wanted to play creator and be revered to as a god. You could say that is Makima. And the real messengers who sometimes shine through and are against this Yaldabaoth, for example Lucifer, for example Jesus, they are trying to bring you out of this Yaldabaoth's control so you can find back by your own path back to the real God that is outside of this material universe. We're in a prison right now. Our prison ward is called Yaldabaoth, which also explains in the Old Testament why this Yahweh, this God, this old Hebrew God, seems so vindictive, so spontaneous, so monstrous sometimes, like really evil. Sending plagues, just killing people, destroying entire cities, entire civilizations. Like, have you read some aspects of Moses and his story? Where even Moses says, okay, we're going out of Egypt right now. God, do you want to come with us? And God said, like, no, I'm not gonna walk amongst you because I'm pretty impatient and you're all really slow. I think if I walk with you, I'm gonna eat you all. So their God, Yahweh, seems like an actual beast that can eat people. And after they settle and have like a war against... Fuck, I forgot who. War against some peoples. The name starts with M. I forgot. Anyway, Moses and his men, they bring back, like, not Moses. Moses was in the tent where Yahweh resides. So Yahweh even has his own tent outside of their settlement. like Moses people's settlement. So they bring back the women and children, these Moses people, and Moses comes out of the tent and says, "You idiots! Like, kill the sons because they're gonna be like their fathers who you just defeated in battle. Okay, kill their wives because the wives made them corrupt and fight against our Israeli people. So kill the wives too. Do keep the virgin girls, and half of them belong to you, and like the other half, or just some percentage, goes to Yahweh. So these virgin girls are brought to Yahweh's tent, where smoke rises out of the tent all the time, for whatever reason, and these virgins are never heard of again. Like some cattle and sheep and whatever are brought to Yahweh too. So basically, Yahweh is likened to Yaldabaoth, this demiurge, this material god that is keeping us hostage so we can pray to him and think of him as our god and savior and whatever, and father and leader, but who is actually keeping us from being one with the true God. And so if you take this interpretation, you can say Makima, representing God, it's still consistent if you take the Gnostic approach to what God is, like this demiurge. And Lucifer, the one that evades control, just like Jesus, being the ones to tell humanity, think about it. Do you want to do that? Here is like a tool you're given, for example, the fruit of knowledge, where you can escape that control. And now you can choose to follow Yaldabaoth or follow other gods or no god or whatever, and pick your own path in life. That was basically what Lucifer did when he seduced the couple to eat from the tree of knowledge instead of just a tree of life, where they would have had eternal life and been in Garden Eden and just prostrated themselves in front of God. Yaldabaoth. But yes, this is just what I wanted to add. You can still pick you can still pick my interpretation over yours or other people's. Now you can still pick that interpretation of Makima being God, but also like evil. Without saying she's Lucifer, because we automatically associate Lucifer with evil because of how we're being taught in Christianity this whole mechanic works. Lucifer is evil, God is good, and when they have their last Armageddon thing, Lucifer is going to be defeated by the Archangel Michael, and everything's going to be all right again. This is how we've been taught, you know, that God is good and Lucifer is evil. You can see it the other way around, too, if you think about it in an agnostic way, or just in the way that I explained in my previous streams without this explanation. So now that was an entire rant. I know, I just wanted to add that seeing Makima as evil and Chainsaw as good doesn't necessarily mean you have to interpret Chainsaw as God and Makima as Lucifer. You can still interpret her as God and him as Lucifer. Because I think the control aspect and escaping control is what matters most in this interpretation, I think. And also, you know, between Denji and Makima, how Denji felt like in paradise when he was in her apartment with the dogs and so happy. And he wanted to have her love and be there for her too, emotionally, just like a dog. But then that was taken from him. His heart was broken, and this heaven, this paradise was no more for him. Sorry, long-ass tangent. I haven't even looked at the chat. I'm gonna read the chat now. Okay? Oh my god. Yeah, a lot happened. Oh no, I'm sorry. But I will read the chat because this is why I'm streaming. I want to interact with the chat. Don't worry, Elda is on a perfect track. She's gonna get the ending crystal clear. Big Elda, hi. Finally caught a live stream. Haha, Europe, I found my favorite Chainsaw Man reactor. Thank you, Jesus Aragon. That is really nice. Thank you. No spoilers or hints, please. Also, hi. Hi, Mar. Makima likes art. Yeah, okay, that's the only interpretation. That's valid. Not gonna lie, I did not get what the fuck was going on with Chainsaw Man. I took a bit of a break reading it, but I loved it still. I understood it better after Elda's commentary on the chapters, not gonna lie, that is very nice of you. Big Pochta, yes, Big Pochta. 2 unskippable ads when opening the stream. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I think you're digging too deep, but it's a cool theory. There's a one-shot named Yugen no Nayuta. I think it's very good after finishing Chainsaw Man Part 1. Is it by Fujimoto? Brian Reese. No such thing as digging too deep when it comes to Fujimoto. As I said, I don't think any of the theory, like, you don't need to dig too deep into it. I think the imagery with this, like here, as you can see, Lucifer's fall, it was just about a message getting across. You don't need to have the Gnostic theory, like you'd be familiar with the Gnosticism and other types of Christianity and interpretations of God and whatever. You don't need to do that. I think it was just about to show the loss of control, basically the loss of paradise to Denji and the escape from control to the Chainsaw Man, this linkage between them, and Makima being this god. And that's just all I wanted to say. I mean, clearly the painting is a representation of the time Fujimoto tried to fly and his fall to Earth. Tried to fly? Have you seen the video? He absolutely levitated. He can't fly. Arya saying, yes, I see. Not understanding anything at all. I'm sorry, so apparently I can't express myself. I thought I can, but I can't. Fujimoto is watching the stream and being like, she's just like me for real. That's a reference to Denji. But yeah, this is too big brain for me. Yeah, did anyone bring up new one-shot already? Never heard of it, but okay. Okay, so I'm really bad at expressing myself. I heard it's incredible. Yeah, we're gonna read the one-shot that came out yesterday. We're gonna read it after reading Look Back. Okay? So probably in two weeks. Fresh off the new one-shot. Fujimoto is a creative genius. He is. Goodbye, Eri is a masterpiece. Oh yeah, that's the name of the new one-shot's title. What are we talking about again? Oh yeah, let's see. By the way, Look Back might be next week, and Goodbye Eddie would be in a week or two after that. Do join. A lot of you haven't seen Chainsaw Man theories, and it shows. Okay. Epi. Yeah, too big brain for me. I'm so unfocused that I can't even perceive words right now. I think it's my fault. If I can't communicate my thoughts properly, then it's my fault. I literally read it and thought the girls were sexy and the action cool and the dance revolution bustin'. Okay, that's another reason. I can see it. Okay, now suddenly I can't fucking scroll up in the chat anymore. Fuck. I want MatPat to do a theory on Chainsaw Man. I have no idea who MatPat is. Didn't think to look at theories. I don't think you need to look at theories. I'm just these theories are just helping me trying to figure out what's gonna happen next. You don't need them necessarily. Hey, how much have I missed? You've missed 20 minutes of just a rant. It's 25 minutes almost, so it goes in depth on the demiurge aspect. Okay. On the demiurge aspect of Makima. I don't really care about Chainsaw theories. I'm just enjoying the series. Yeah, this is all that you need to care about. If you can still enjoy the series, I'm just constructing these theories to be able to figure out what's happening next and what the roles that all these characters are playing are within the story. That's just all that I did for myself. They're not really necessary for you in order to enjoy or understand the story once it's presented to you. I'm just like making predictions based on what I'm being delivered here with the painting. It's not even a theory, it's canon, is it? Not much, just religious similarities to Chainsaw Man. Oh yeah. I'm not too familiar with the Christian lore, so it's hard for me to understand these Elda theories. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm not too familiar with any religion, so yes. You thought about this a lot. Glad the story has got you hooked. Makes sense. Yeah, see Chainsaw, Lucifer, good. Yeah. Yeah, Chainsaw equals Lucifer equals good. That's the only point that I wanted to get across, okay? You got it. You got it. That's all I wanted to say. Hey, does the idea of paradise relate more to Earth? Garden of Eden? No, I think like just the apartment was meant to be that. To Denji. Just the apartment and the last like 10 minutes that he spent with Makima there. I think that just that was supposed to be Eden to Denji. She said the theories of Christianity add a nice lore to the series, but you can enjoy the series on its own as well. There's so much depth. Yes. I'm just hyped for chapter 93. My favorite chapter, Chainsaw, is Lucifer is good. Okay, I can understand that. Yeah, okay, we're all on the same page. I just wanted to take another look at volume 5. Now that we have it. It looks, I have to say, it looks a lot cleaner for some reason. Maybe, yeah, we're gonna see soon again. And also a question that I ask myself, like the 7 dogs, like is there a relation to that? And I saw someone in the comments say, yeah, 7 is a biblical number too. Yeah, I know that, you know, God creating Earth and all its inhabitants in 7 days and so on. I know the number 7 being very important in Christianity. I know that, but like I meant a reference to what is also going on in the story. And we got that later on when we saw the other hybrids, the other devil-human hybrids, because there are 7 of them. So that was the relation that I was looking for. It relates to the fact 8 dogs is too many and 6 dogs is too few. I like your theories the best. I waited almost a year for the stream. I told Ella to read it in July. I'm so happy y'all are here. Let's just go, everyone. The finale is finally here. Yeah, sorry for stalling. Another thing Epi told me about is how this page relates to the cosmic order of angels in the Bible. I think you don't need it at all, like this theory, and to know the hierarchy of angels. And because I think this entire page so far is pretty much useless. It's just to show that Makima has them all under her control, and the ones that were on Chainsaw Man's side, she has put under her control. She has eliminated, and they're all fiends, I think. Except for Angel, who's also here, who's a devil. So there's not a lot of consistency as to who these people are. Some of them are fiends, some of them are devils, but they were all on Chainsaw's side. And she, ain't the 7 fiends like the archangels? Yeah, no. Archangel is just one hierarchy within the angel hierarchy. Angel is just the name that we give them all together, but archangels are their own thing. They're like seraphim, cherubim, then the princes, the powers, and so on and so forth. You don't need to know them because what we just know here is that they suddenly got different names. Like these characters, this is Beam, for example, and this is Violence. Now they got different names for some reason. And Makima is just presenting them to Denji here to tell him, hey, these people were all on their side, and they too had to die because of you. Look at them. They're here, beheaded or dead, because they were on your side. You made them dead this way. And I made that happen. I'm more powerful, basically. I think that was the only reason to show this. Now, we don't know who the fuck put them there, like who put the corpses there. When and how, why they have suddenly different names, and they could be like the hierarchy of the types of angels in the biblical canon. But for now, unlike with the Lucifer theory, where you take that theory to assign certain roles to these characters, for example, to Makima, Denji, and the chainsaw. You can't do anything here with this theory. Like, you just have the theory, okay, they're representing the biblical angels. And that's it. Like, that's it. Like, there is no other relation you can... At least for me, not. Like, I don't see how this theory is useful. Like, yeah, maybe it's true. Maybe that's why they have different names now and why they're here and why there's 7 or 8 of them. Eight. You don't know who the 9th one is supposed to be. You don't know where they came from. Like, some you don't even know. Like, this one with the ears here. We don't know this one. We don't know the one that looks like an insect. I feel like we've never seen that one before, so it's just random figures here. Makima telling Denji they were on your side, now they're dead because they were on your side, and you don't deserve love, and so on. I think that's the only purpose of them being shown here. I do not see the connection between the Archangel theory and the story. Like, how does the theory of them being representative of the biblical angels hierarchies, how does that tie into the story? What message does it give us? How can we interpret their roles within the story now with this theory? It doesn't really do much, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. So, yeah, the theory can exist, but it's not really a useful theory, like that you can put into practice by thinking about the story and figure out where it's going with this. Like, I swear Beam was Bim, Akacheru Bim. As I said, yeah, could be, but like I don't see a purpose in that. Like, between each symbolism, there needs to be some type of purpose that you're trying to communicate to the reader, but I don't see the purpose in that. I used to sleep in Christianity class. If the devils are related to devils from religion, then do you think an angelic or holy presence will appear at some point, or is it limited to symbolism? Are there Christianity classes in Europe? Okay, so... well, I think we're just, like... Fujimoto could have given them other names too, instead of devils. He could have called them just fears. But we associate everything that we fear, that is basically a threat to us, basically evil, be it an enemy or whatever comes in the way of our life being running on easy mode, that's evil in our eyes because it's a threat. And everything that is evil, you could say, is an aspect of the devil, and which is why Fujimoto called them devils here. They could have just been called fears. They're called devils here. But even God himself can be feared. Angels themselves can be feared. Just like Mar, I think, said, why angel is a devil, but looks like an angel. An angel devil. It doesn't really make sense. But Mar said her interpretation is that people fear divine retribution or fear contact with God sometimes, which is why angel is a representative of fear, of fear of divine retribution, made flesh, called the angel devil. So I think whether it be something, I think if there's some mechanics that are stringing the characters along, or humans along in life, it's basically you could crystallize several things. It's fears, like trying to avoid and eliminate fears, and achieving greatness in some way, like immortalizing ourselves. I think those are our two different strives. I think in a Greek philosopher called them like the Thanatos and Eros. The Thanatos being the drive for death, basically, which encompasses fear, basically, and destruction, like fear, destruction, like everything that's kind of bad. It can also be self-destruction, you know. And Eros being the one that wants to preserve life, that wants to build, that wants to create. and procreate. So Eros and Thanatos, those are the two primal human drives. So if devils represent the Thanatos drive, there could perhaps be something like different types of beings that represent the Eros drive. Could be. So far, we haven't seen those beings happen in Chainsaw Man. I don't know how Chainsaw Man Part 1 is gonna end, but they could come up in Part 2, if Fujimoto was even thinking in those two drives. But yeah, devils representing fears, and fears being part of the Thanatos drive. If you see it like that, then yeah, dual opposing beings could exist in the Chainsaw Man universe. But if you just think of devils being representative of human fears, and us humans just trying to avoid and eliminate fears, then maybe there is no reason for this Eros drive to have like a manifestation in a certain type of being that is opposed to these devils in Chainsaw Man 2. I don't know. Could be that we get that, but doesn't have to be. And that not happening wouldn't be like a negative thing or just something that's missing. That's just my opinion. I hope that answered the question, like in my interpretation. Are there Christianity classes in Europe? No, not really. At least not where I am. If you're, for example, a Roman Catholic, you go to Roman Catholic class in school. If you're a Protestant, you go to Protestant class. If you're Muslim, you go to Islam class, I think. I don't know. Not in the Balkans. Theology, no, we don't have that. Fujimoto said that he left a lot of plot holes in part 1 so that he can make part 2 easier to write. So they're not plot holes. He just left a lot of questions unanswered so that he can tie them to part 2. It's not plot holes. It's just part of the mystery being left unanswered, so they can be answered in part 2. Not plot holes, loose threads. Yeah. Dobadan. I think part 2 will involve the conclusions to life other than... What did you say? Other than death. Okay, could be. If that's so, then I'm looking forward to it. I think it meant to give more solid ground to the idea that Makima is God and the Chainsaw Devil is Lucifer. Would be funny to see the Devil. Yeah. I'd assume a Devil could exist, like Satan Devil or whatever, because the Hell Devil exists. The Pattern Recognition Devil, the Among Us Devil. Have you read or heard of Dante's Inferno? Off-topic question. Yes, I have. I fear the rant, devil. Just joking. I'm sorry! I like when a story leaves a lot of loose threads, doesn't reveal everything, or spend time explaining everything in boring detail. Yeah, it's, as I said, you don't need to be spoon-fed every information. Fujimoto is good at showing instead of telling. He's just showing you, and it's basically one of those artworks where you can say, this work here was started by the author and is being completed with the reader. So you have to do your own work too. Not just consume. You have to do your own work too in order to enjoy the consumption of the story. Which is why I really love Fujimoto and his way of storytelling and showing. He's a perfect visual storyteller, in my opinion. So I like that too. Because he obviously, you can see that he knows what he's doing. And when you can't follow, it's because you can't follow. It's not because he's doing a bad job. He knows what he's doing. And he knows that you're supposed to feel that way. Not because he's doing a bad job, it's because that is intentional. Yeah. The going on a tangent devil got me scared. Yeah, sorry. 40 minutes of Tangent Devil. Tangents are the best. Tangents are the best. Tangents are the best. Makima said there was a devil for hybrids. So there could be a devil, fiend devil, and human devil. Yeah, could be. So if people have preference, Booba Devil and Ass Devil are canon asexuals. I hope he introduces more primal fear devils in part 2, like the Darkness Devil. Yeah, that would be, because the Darkness Devil was insane. Someone on Twitter said that Fujimoto is slowly turning shonen meatheads into art connoisseurs. Yeah, hopefully. I think that's a skill in and of itself, because that's true. He's using the shonen medium to basically, what's it called? In German, it's called Auslese. Natural selection, basically, to select the ones that are worthy of comprehending more higher level shonen. Because shonen doesn't need to be just typical Naruto and big three types of stories. It can be something on a higher level that uses more than just shonen tropes and popular media tropes. Well, listening to Elda talking and drawing is the best. I'm glad. The only battle shonen I enjoy. Yeah, I'm listening and doing English homework. Okay, yeah, the rant. Yeah, 40 minutes rant. I'm so sorry about that. We're gonna... Epi, once this video is finished, we're gonna have to put a timestamp in the comments. We just say skip to minute 42 to get to the new chapter, okay? And do not skip if you want more lore and theory or whatever. After yesterday, that statement holds so much value. He is getting the benefit of having the most popular genre, shonen, and allowed to write whatever the fuck he wants. Man's winning, and I want him to. Same here. Epi, well said. Okay, yeah, I do think it looks cleaner here. It looks a lot cleaner, I think. In the volume chapters. I just miss the colored pages, and there's suddenly a blank black page. Oh yeah, okay. We had this chapter. That was nice. Yeah, and the Puchta doodles at the end are missing sometimes too. These are the 7 hybrids correlated to the 7 dogs she possesses in her Eden, in her Garden Eden. Akaketsugami said the chapters were also unreleased, unfinished at some point, so I think these are better. Oh, I had no idea. Yeah, maybe even the pacing is better in the tankobon. I have no idea, because these chapters seem a little rushed, in my opinion. Like these past 2 or 3 chapters that we just sped through here. Will I read the extra pages? Oh, I will. Yes, I will. But yeah, I think it looks better here. Oh, yes, this is extra. Like, this is... there's no bonus in this volume. This is the end of the volume, of volume 10, and now we're getting to the other chapters that will be released in volume 11 in 2 months, I think, in 2 or 3 months. I can't believe he made these weekly. Yeah, same. And also, everyone who bashes Chainsaw Man's art, you can tell that you have no idea about art if you're bashing Chainsaw Man's art. Like, the art is fantastic. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but you're not an art connoisseur if you bash Chainsaw Man's art as being too simplistic and too childish. Shut the fuck up. It's super artistic. Chainsaw Man is super artistic. These chapters were during the heat of COVID, so this is probably why. Oh yeah, maybe. Okay, now the new chapter. We're starting chapter 92, 92, sorry. 92 now. Zombie Blood Chainsaw. Oh, look at Power and Aki there. No. They're going into the light. Yeah, shut the fuck up. I know. Okay, at minute 44, we're starting. We're starting chapter 92. I'm sorry. Finally goodbye to his friends. You need to shut the fuck up, dude. Fujimoto came up with the entirety of Chainsaw Man in a month because they were pressed for time. Insanity. That man. I wanna have his brain. I really wanna have his brain. Oh, this is red. This is red again. Oh, he managed to escape with him. All right, it's safe to talk again. We won't be tracked here for a little while. For a little while. And still, I don't know why the Chainsaw Devil didn't eat Makima. Get some food, and yeah, while we have this chance. I saw some things I shouldn't have. Does that mean Miss Makima will kill me? Yep. I can't phone my family, can I? Nope. For the rest of my life? That's probably so. Oh my god. Poor Kobeni. Thank goodness. Yeah, because now she's escaped her path where she just suffers for the sake of her family, her brother going to university. Like, there's like 10 children in their family, and she's the only one that needs to take care of all of them. She's the child of Omelas, basically. That just needs to take all the suffering of the world on so her siblings can have a good life. Poor Kobeni. I'm glad she escaped that fate now, right? Thank goodness. Huh? Thank goodness I have an excuse to get away from them. Fucking knew it. From who? My dad and my mom. Someone who grew up without his dad and his mom is thinking like, okay, so having a dad, like parents, is not always an automatically good thing. Because she has it bad enough to want to escape from them. Aww. Crazy how Kishibe stood in front of Makima during her big plan and survived. Yeah. Has to be intentional, huh? Headcanon, Kobeni is the final main protagonist of the series. Stop it. I hope Kobeni makes it to the end of the series. She needs a long rest. Yeah, she does. Look at both of them. Totally opposites. For example, he's an orphan and she has a big family. And he lost his family, like his blood relatives, but also his family that he built with Pawa and Aki. And he's unhappy, and she's happy that she is basically isolated from her family. And both are suffering in their own way. Like, they're really suffering. Like, the entire world is against them. But here, his family, like with Denji, his family was his safe place where he could take on the suffering if it was alongside with them. He wasn't suffering as long as he had family. Whereas Koben's source of suffering is her family. But also all the other shit that happens, like with the devils and the extermination squads. But yeah, they're opposites, but both suffering children. I feel bad for these two children. They're, yeah, as I said, opposites, but the same in spirit. Once you've eaten, get some sleep. Get an early start tomorrow. Did he prepare this dungeon for them? Huh? What's the matter? I always get the short end of the stick. I'm so gonna die. I'm scared of dying. Must be nice to be you. You can come back to life. True. You know, I look fine, but right now, my heart feels like it's at the bottom of a toilet clogged with crap. Denji, my boy! My boy! All the good feelings, all the bad feelings I had up to now, they were all manufactured by somebody else. I'm dumb as a rock, so I was cool with living as the fool. But next thing I knew, my ignorance made it all go down the crapper. I feel so bad for him. I feel so bad for Denji. Thinking back on it now, I never made any choices for myself. I just got used. Always did as I was told instead of thinking for myself. Under the control of others, and now escaping control, the fall of Lucifer. The only real choices I made were little things like what to eat for lunch. Even if I make it out of this alive, I bet I'll always be living in obedience to somebody, like a dog. Denji. I feel so bad for him. He's so wise. Like, he says he's ignorant and dumb, but he's so wise. Like, ignorance and, like, dumbness, idiocy, is not how much you know and how much you don't know. Because those things can be learned easily. Like, some knowledge, yeah, you can just read a book and then you know something. It's not about accumulating knowledge that is indicative of intelligence. Intelligence is how you think. And honestly, the way Denji thinks is really intelligent. He's really wise. So, if you have been told you're dumb just because you don't know certain things that can be easily learned, like a profession or, I don't know, a degree, it's not that you're not intelligent, it's just that you don't have that knowledge yet. Intelligence is how you think. How you think. It's like problem solving, it's being aware of yourself, being able to critically think about yourself and the world around you. It's a reflective type of existence, okay? That is intelligence. And Denji is that. He's just not aware of it. He's been made to feel dumb because, yeah, that's what traumatized, neglected, abused children are taught. That they're dumb, useless, bad for other people. They don't have any self-confidence because of the way they were raised or handled by other people. I can't wait to hear the Japanese voice acting. Oh, of Kobeni, I can't wait to hear a fight with like tons of chainsaw noises. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Chainsaw Devil talking because I'm imagining just like a chainsaw sound like vum, va, va. Like it should sound like a monster, but also mechanic. If that makes any sense. I'm looking forward to that one. I don't care about the other voice acting. It's gonna be okay as long as they use humans to make humans sound human. It's gonna be okay. But yeah, Denji will be voiced by the guy who voices Bakugo from. Really? How do you know? Denji was pretty smart. He knew 2 + 2. What I heard. But yeah, I think Denji is thinking too little of himself because of how he was treated by everyone, especially Makima. But he's actually a pretty smart boy. He's a really smart and good boy. Isn't that just normal though? Huh? There's no such thing as a life free of bad things, except in your dreams. You're both just dragging each other down. Even though he hasn't had an official education, Denji is street smart. Yeah, he's also like, he has emotional intelligence too. He's just really, he's wise and smart and, yeah, intelligent, as I said. He's not an intellectual in an academic sense, perhaps, but he's smart. He knows how to use his brain. I watch the educational program every day, of course he's smart. Oh, I don't know. Aww. This is such a sad double page spread. What? Oh. But I want it to be normal, and... You want to be normal, Denji? ChainsawMan. Yeah, what does it mean to be normal? You thought being normal means to escape control. No. Not always. Like, for example, even if you're a normal human being, right? You have to obey the control of society. You need to be, first of all, harmless. And you need to be productive in order to be a valuable, normal person. So, if you don't obey these, you're gonna be super free to do what you want, but you're never gonna be accepted, and you're never gonna be a part of normal people, other normal people. You need to follow norms in order to be normal. And norms, in and of themselves, are also chains or cages that keep you away from true freedom. Denji is an intellectual. You saw the glasses you wore back in, like, chapter 20. Chainsaw Man. There's not a soul who doesn't know his name. With a chainsaw on his head, he cuts down devils one after the other. One after another, oopsie. He never reveals his identity and never asks for anything in return. Are you with me, viewers? This isn't the hero of a manga we're talking about. I'm talking about the man who always gets back up again no matter how many times he goes down. Chainsaw Man. He's hearing the words he needs to hear right now from a television show. It's true. Denji, it's about picking yourself up time and time again, even when the world crushes you. There is always something, like, when the world crushes your soul, and you're always falling down, there's always something out there that reminds you that you have a soul in the first place. And that reminder is motivation enough to keep going, and to keep getting back up again. So, this is what is valuable. Your life is valuable, Denji. It's because you also inspire other people. By just living, despite there not being a reason to keep living, that is already enough. That is what is inspirational. That is what is admirable. That is what other people aspire to be. And to be in contact with and call their friend. This is the type of people that we want in this world. When the world gives you no reason to continue, to just still continue. That is the true value of life. It's easy to die. To just not get up. It's easy, you can do that anytime. Dying is so easy. You can die in infinite ways. But to keep living, like, that is the true hard thing. Like, there's an infinite number of things that can kill you at any time of the day. Like, every day, any time of the day. And you're still there, despite all of that. That is skill. And to keep going, despite there not being any reason to keep on going. Because you can die at any time anyway, then just die at the very end when you cannot, by your own will and force, do it anymore. And that's when you have exhausted your life to the fullest. When you avoid death at all costs. That is how you make full use of your life. The only downside is Chainsaw Man gets weaker the more people support him, right? Yeah, that is a downside. But at least it gives something to Denji. Everyone's just asking about Chainsaw Man and wants Chainsaw Man's heart. Can we please mend Denji's heart first, okay? Can we first speak about Denji and heal him before we think about making Chainsaw Man more powerful, okay? We need to put Denji first sometimes. This is something I love. Humanity looks for heroes, and I love the use of this in the plot. It's so much better to me than plots where humanity fears our protagonist cause he's different. Yeah, protagonists where they're underdogs, where you cheer for them despite there being so many things in their way of achieving a normal life. Why do we cheer for them? Because we see ourselves in them. It's so relatable. It's what everyone goes through. When we see people like us, underdogs or whatever, when we see them achieve their goals and persevere, that gives us strength too. Which is why Guts from Berserk 2 is a great protagonist. He gets beaten down. He has so much shit happening to him. And he also doesn't see a purpose to his own existence. He doesn't know why he keeps on going, but he still keeps on going. And that in itself is valuable. That is what you as a reader cheer on. And that's what gives you strength too in your daily life. Like you're like, oh shit, I spilled my milk, I want to die. But hey, at least I didn't get raped as a child like Guts. Like, isn't that inspiration enough? Bad example, but I'm just saying, when you have a story with a very inspirational main character, I think that gives the reader something else, because usually stories are carried by the antagonist because they're so intriguing and interesting and give you something to think about, you know, morals and human society. Yeah, true, but having a protagonist that you want to support, and that you want to be in your daily life too, that gives you something even more valuable. When you have these two things, an antagonist that you can really hate, and a protagonist that you can really love, then you have achieved it as a writer, in my opinion. So I really appreciate Denji being given that role here in Chainsaw Man. I hope to say this isn't the hero of an anime we're talking about in the anime. Oh, yeah. I hope they have a special funeral for Kubenis car. Can we stop talking about Kubenis car? I hope the anime doesn't screw up. Everyone asks where's Chainsaw Man, but not how is Chainsaw Man feels. I love how Fujimoto twisted the power of friendship in a typical shonen manga. Yeah, wow. This might be a theme in part 2, and Fujimoto might explore the idea of a superhero and how Denji might feel a difference between the identity of Chainsaw Man and himself. The real Chainsaw Man was the friends we made all along. This is it. This is canon story. The Chainsaw Man entering the MCU. I love how Fujimoto gives Kobeni plot armor and uses her for dark humor. Yeah, it reminds me of Ebisu from Dorohedoro. You want to check out the new one-shot by Fujimoto? How many times am I gonna say this? Yes, we're gonna read all of Fujimoto's works on this channel. After I finish Chainsaw Man, we're gonna go through them one by one. Okay, moving on. Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man? That's me. Chainsaw Man, thank you! Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man! Ah, yes. Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man, Chainsaw Man. Look at them cheering him on. Oh, look, see? You have a purpose. I know you want a normal life too, where you're just Denji, where you're valued as just Denji, but look, you being valued as Chainsaw Man is also part of your identity that you can embrace. And that you can let go one day and still have value for yourself, for Denji only. You don't need to have an existential dread that people only value Chainsaw Man. They value a savior, a hero, someone who gets up and gets up again and again and doesn't ask for anything in return. You can do that as a human too, not just as a devil hybrid. You can be a human who fights for his life, gets up again and again, and just gives himself for humanity, or for the people next to him, or the people closest to him. If you just save one person somehow, be it emotionally or whatever, you've saved the entire world already. If you can inspire just one person, you've inspired an entire world already. So even Denji himself, who has changed so many people around him, like Aki, like Power, you have value. Chainsaw Man is just another manifestation of your willpower, of your heart. As we said, keep moving and not asking for anything in return, just sacrificing yourself so other people can live a better life and evade dangers. That is what is valuable, that is what you carry in yourself as Denji and as Chainsaw Man. So Denji, I hope you see now that Makima just tried manipulating you into hating yourself, into thinking you're not worth anything. You were deceived. This is the truth. This is the real world. You are worth something. Someone made a crazy meme with this panel. I made a meme with this panel too when I told people to come over to my stream. It was my channel in there. And then being like, oh, does she have boobs? No. And then both Kichibe and Denji crying. But still coming to my channel. Alright. Denji's looking at the fandom, terrified. No. He's just... This is new to him. Because he hasn't watched anything like that before. Where he was the main character. Chainsaw Man t-shirts, 500 yen. Okay, they're already capitalizing on the Chainsaw Man love. Look at him, just discovering this fandom, because the Chainsaw Devil already had his fandom in hell, and now Devil is experiencing that same type of fandom behavior in the human world. Okay. They're all praising me, blushing. Look. Oh, talking about him with so much passion. This is so cute. Hey! Oh yeah. Chainsaw Man, go out with me, mommy. Oh my god! The ladies really love me! They totally love me! Yes, Denji, my boy, they do! You're a good boy, and he's crying because the ladies love him. I think Chainsaw Man would have power if only devils feared him. I don't know. Pipe down, will ya? The way he's just opening his eyes here. Blushing and crying. The real truth is, I'm tired of eating stuff like toast with jam for breakfast. Good! Yes, grow! Your ambitions need to grow too. Your standard for living and happiness need to grow too. What I really want is to eat steak for breakfast every morning. Look at him! I love this frustration that's showing right now. I love this facial expression. I love it so much! Thank you, Fujimoto! He's just right. No! I'm gonna keep living. My happiness deserves to be here. I may have killed my dad, but I'm still worthy of love, unlike what Makima told me. I wanna eat steak, I wanna have friends again, I wanna be happy, I'm deserving of it. I love it. Look at the facial expression, it's beautiful. Please don't change it in a tankobon, this is perfect. With my favorite chapter, okay. What's cool about the scene is that it's a more extreme version of Denji's original dream, which was basically the bare minimum, like what Leza said he had. Yeah. Yeah. Fujimoto's facial expressions are top tier. Yes, agreed. I know I shouldn't. I know it's terrible. But it's the same when it comes to girls too, deep down. I want 5, no, 10 girlfriends. I like how the subversion is taking place in such a humorous manner. Hope you're not late. an hour late, Kasapyang. But it's okay. I I love this subversion for the reader. It's just I like it. I want to have tons of sex. That's why I want to be Chainsaw Man. This is kind of sad too. This is kind of sad. He thinks the only way he can be happy is to be Chainsaw Man and bring other people the happiness that they expect from him. Again, he's a dog to someone, this time to the people in the TV. He, like, at first, he wanted to make Makima happy by fulfilling her demands. Now he wants to make these people happy by fulfilling their demands. He's still... Every time you think he's kind of growing, it's of course he can't grow that well. I mean that quickly. He's still 16. He's still going through trauma. He's still dealing with heartbreak and existential fears. He's still looking for happiness in other people by serving other people. The only way he can imagine a purposeful existence is by having people give him a reward for being a good boy. And right now he thinks Denji is not worth it. But Chainsaw Man is loved. We saw in the TV. Chainsaw Man is being loved. Maybe I, Denji, can be loved if I'm just Chainsaw Man. This is sad. It's sad. He can't... It's like, women who are in abusive relationships. It's really hard to get them out of the relationship. And when they're out, most of the time they go back to that abusive partner. Like, even when they seek help and go to women's shelters and so on, after some time, like, most of them get back together with their abusive husband, boyfriend, whatever. And those that don't and move on, most of those move on to other abusive partners. It's a cycle you can't escape. Once this trauma just destroys your entire ego, your entire confidence in yourself, you can't escape this cycle of destructive thinking about your own self. You're still seeking out the same thing, even though you think you're seeking out more and finding better things out there. It's hard to break out of that cycle of abuse. And Denji is still caught in that cycle. As you can see, he still wants the same things, the same type of recognition. He thinks he's worth something, that he means something to other people if he can serve them, if he can just get praised by other people. He's desperate to be loved. He's so desperate for other people's love. He will give up himself to get that love. It's really sad to see that. Because I thought when we read this, like, I really want is to eat steak for breakfast every morning. I thought, okay, now his demands for happiness are rising and he is breaking free of Makima's cursed words on him, that he's not worthy of love. He thinks he's breaking free, but with this sentence, it's just he's chaining himself down again. And even throwing Denji, his real identity away, the identity that he hates, that he thinks is not worthy of love. He's trying to attach himself to just Chainsaw Man, to throw away Denji and just be Chainsaw Man because, as we can see on the TV, Chainsaw Man is the hero. Everyone loves Chainsaw Man, so maybe if I stop being Denji and I'm just Chainsaw Man, maybe I can be loved. And him just, here, as he said, he wants to have tons of sex and have 5 or 10 girlfriends. He's not thinking about the quality of the relationship. He doesn't think of the intimacy aspect of these relationships. He doesn't think of two people or 10 and one person connecting their souls and sharing wounds and values and purposes and paths in life. He doesn't think about the heart aspect of a relationship. He just thinks of the physical ones because he just can't imagine love. Just being really into one person and being the one thing that another person focus on their entire existence. He can't imagine true love happening. He just wants to be accepted and praised and liked by other people. He can't even imagine real love. You can see that by how he talks about women and how he talks about being part of society and how to live his life. Just steak is important, and being Chainsaw Man and praised by other people, celebrated by other people, and having tons of girlfriends. He's still gonna, even if he achieves that, he's still gonna be empty. Because he's still just chaining himself down. He's still repeating the cycle. He's forever gonna be empty inside if he continues like this. But how can you expect him to be searching for other things and seeing worth in himself when all his self-worth has been destroyed throughout his entire life, and by Makima? As he said, his entire life was controlled and manufactured by someone else. It's really sad. This page is so fucking sad. He's crying, saying he wants to be Chainsaw Man. You could see that as a victory, but I don't see that as a victory. My heart breaks for Denji when I see this page and what he says here. But he didn't say he gives up on being Denji, though. Yeah, he didn't say that, but look, the entire conversation he had with Kobeni, him just breaking down and saying what he wants here, it's just the same thing he wanted before when he met Makima. Just instead of Makima's praise, he now wants these unnamed people's praise in the TV. So he's basically repeating himself, but on a higher scale. Like, yeah, first it was like the basic things with toast and jam. Now it's steaks. Like, okay. He's grown a little bit when it comes to his standards of expectations, what he should receive in life. But his true heart is the same broken thing. So, as I said, my heart really breaks for him here. You could see that as a hopeful message to his character, but I don't see it that way. It's still the same tragedy repeating itself. In my opinion. That's what I see here with the tears and the TV just being lit up here. And him being so desperate for love and praise. Because he never had parents, he was always alone. He never got to experience love. That's why he's so desperate. It's still admirable that he gets up again and keeps going and demands more. More girlfriends, more food, more whatever. But ultimately, he's the same broken little boy. Which is the true tragedy. I love it when things are ambiguous, when it's not like a happy ending or a good development into the right direction. When it's like, it has multiple facets, because this is, yes, he keeps going, he still wants to fight, he wants to demand more from life, for himself, that's good. But there's still a tragic aspect of a child that hates himself and just wants love that's still being there and persistent with his character. I like this ambivalent and type of development that has multiple facets to it, where there's some good aspects and then there's some tragic aspects. There's some success in the growth, but there's also some things that he hasn't still overcome. But hey, that just leaves more room for growth for part 2, right? It's very human. It's very relatable. This is a very realistic protagonist, in my opinion. Denji is such a good protagonist. This is real. This is how a real child who grew up loveless would be as a hero in a story. I love it. Denji is such a good protagonist, for real. I'm so happy I'm reading Chainsaw Man. That's an interesting read. I've never seen it this way. That's the with scarred mouth named Kishibe. Yeah. Okay, and sorry, I need to read the chat again. I hope he will find that one person that will show him true love in part 2. I hope so too. He deserves it. But I don't want it to be like a distraction again. A distraction. I still want him to grow and first love himself. And then this self-love being manifested with another person that he can love too. But because I think in order to love someone else truly, you need to love yourself too. And in order to love yourself too, maybe Denji needs to first experience true love for someone else. But I think if the first step comes with you. You need to be in a clean state with yourself because you are the person you're gonna spend your entire life with. So it's better that you have a good relationship to yourself. Love yourself first. Then you're gonna be capable of loving other people too. And which is why I hope that a true love that he could meet in part 2 is not going to be a distraction from him achieving this development within himself, this relationship towards himself. He first needs to mend that. Maybe with the help of someone else who loves him too, who can make him realize his self-worth. Maybe someone can help him with that. But then I hope he doesn't attach the self-worth to that person, because when that person disappears, it's easy to lose your self-worth too. That's why a lot of people who break up with their partner, they hate themselves or feel like they aren't worthy of love anymore, that they're not worthy of life anymore. Because that person gave so much worth to their life that without that person, they don't see any worth to their life anymore. So I hope that Denji can first see the value within himself and keep that value with or without another person there who can love him for who he is and who he can love for who they are. So, yeah, that's just my hopes for Denji, to achieve true happiness, which I really hope we're gonna see with him. Otherwise, that would be, if we don't get that, no matter how Chainsaw Man part 1, 2, 3, however many parts are planned, no matter how Chainsaw Man ends, if Denji doesn't love himself by the end of the series, it's still gonna be a tragedy in my eyes. It's still gonna be not a happy ending. It's gonna be the tragic ending of a character. Maybe a good ending for the story altogether, like a good end, a happy end for the plot, but a tragic end for the main character. But still relatable because a lot of people go through that. Until the end of their lives, they've not really achieved that self-love that they've strived for their entire lives. It's still worthy of inspiration, aspiration, admiration, that they're still trying all their life to love themselves. That struggle is already worth so much. And it would just be an act of self-satisfaction to just give Denji that happy ending. Like, some satisfaction for the reader. Because, yeah, in real life, it's hard to achieve that by the time you die, that you can say, I have loved myself. I have learned and come to love myself. I have made it. Now I can go in peace. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people who meet their end are like, yeah, now it's over, thank God. So I just hope for Denji to at least achieve that for himself. To give hope for other people who are still struggling out there. Because they can already recognize themselves in Denji. And it would be nice to give them this ray of hope. If Fujimoto did that. If he didn't do that, he would just make a very relatable, good protagonist. But if he gave him that happy ending, I think that would be like a present to the readers. Like an extra present. Like a nice box of chocolates. Truffle pralines for us. Yeah, but that's just something that I would hope. It's not necessary, but I would really hope it for it to happen, because we really care about Denji because we care about ourselves and other people like Denji. Sorry, I'm gonna read the chat now because, sorry, my mom is calling again. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, reading the chat. Sorry about that. Mhm. He thought he was not loved. He is loved by humanity. Yes, Chainsaw Man. Makima is kind of Thanos. Damn, Thanos. Damn, Chainsaw Man MCUN. Someone made a crazy meme with this panel. Oh, I saw that. Denji is looking at the fandom, terrified. Denji watching Maki woofers. Kishibe definitely turned on the TV for Denji. Aw, he just like me. He just like me for real. Yeah, I mean, by the woofers, for real, isn't 600 yen. I read that. I think I read that. Denji looking at his fandom and going, they love me. This is a reference to the readers watching Kobeni, iconic panels. Oh, we have my favorite chapter. What's cool about this scene is that it's a more extreme version of Denji. Yeah, we read that. I went too far up into the chat. Denji is admitting he doesn't want normal. He wants better than normal. I mean, your standards for normal rise every time you achieve something. Keep reaching and adapting your dreams. I love Kishibe's blank stare to all of this. Yes, I agree. All guys can relate. LMAO, Denji keeps surprising me every time. Yes, way too scary. I always saw it as Denji finally wanting something for himself. He wants to be Chainsaw Man, to be popular. Something truly for him. But Chainsaw Man is a part of Denji. Koban is sitting there like, please don't include me in your harem of girlfriends. It would feel rushed if he just got over everything that quick and never had his issues trouble him again. I agree, Kyle Morley. I agree. Stockholm Syndrome. No, it's not Stockholm. I really hope Mads Mikkelsen will play as Mads Mikkelsen in the anime. I don't think the human mind can just get over trauma. It can only live with it. Yes, Kyle Morley. Agreed. Man, only if Denji knows about Tinder. Oh my god, I hope he will find that one person that will show him true love in part 2. We saw that. Denji wants quantity, not quality. Yes! Yeah, sadly, that's it. That's what's being said. This is going to be a 3 or 4 hour stream. I can feel it. I'm sorry about that. Hello. Ken Dayo. Hi, Ken Dayo. The way he writes these characters is really good. Like, he can put himself in all their shoes and really flesh out their personalities. True. Arguably, the closest Denji has had to a real romantic relationship was with Daise, who was basically faking most of it. No. I mean, is the only person who understands the series. I'm not the only person who understands the series. I'm just interpreting a lot of my own things into it, though. Bro, I have so much to read still in the chat. Hi. To me, it's just more like I'm gonna keep fighting. Oh my god, he's here. Is he single? I heard he has 10 girlfriends. Is there room for one more? Continue the rant. I'm about to finish my essay. I need Denji to have a harem like Kwang Shi in part 2. Oh no, but he has tons of sex. Chainsaw Man part 17 is where he's gonna finally move on. I repeat, Elda's commentary is helping me understand the series much better. This is exactly how Fujimoto wrote it. You don't know, Epi. I mean, I'm happy you understand it better, but you can't say that for sure. You guys should watch Sufferance videos on Chainsaw Man. He also provides some very interesting commentary on the series. I did great stuff, even the point of Chainsaw Man. See, I don't watch anyone. I'm just happy that other people provide more insightful content on Chainsaw Man 2 and Chainsaw Man and other series too. Watch them all you want. I just don't watch other people mostly. Nah. Except when there's like a mystery that I don't understand or like some symbolism I couldn't understand and someone is offering a theory, then I'm gonna watch it. But there needs to be something specific that I'm looking for when I watch other people's videos on media. Denji might go through a Guns type of development where he goes for a more average girl than someone he idealizes. I hope so. I hope so. That would be kind of cute. Didn't he love Aki and Power already? Yeah, but not like in a sexual way. I don't want him to find love. I want him to have a genuinely great friend to help. That's all I say. I mean, family figure, 5 hours. 5 hours is what I feel as well. Not complaining though, at least 5 hours. I'm here. Final chapter, gonna be 3 hours on its own. A great 5 hour stream. Epi, stop sending me money. Elda, keep reading. You're almost there. No, I want to read the chat because I'm making this a live stream so I can interact with the chat. Okay, I need to talk to you guys, and I need you guys to talk to me too. My friend, she read a single panel for 2 hours. I'm sorry. I feel in the middle of chapters like 95, 94 gonna be fastest. Streaming mom, say hi to mom for us. Oh, yeah, when my mom called, reading some peak mom. 5 hour Fujimoto manga stream. Now that's what I call Kino. Time for ads. The Goodbye 80 stream will be 24 hours. This stream is sponsored by me. I am God. Thank you for watching. Arya Winning Kid. Thought I'd read at least one chapter, but I have to go. Bye. I'm sorry about that. Bye, Vifa. I have no idea. Bye. Goodbye. Oh my god, God gives me... I feel like I need 2 cups of coffee for this stream. I'm so sorry. Oh shit. It's the Denji Hayakawa from the famous series. Denji Hayakawa? You call him Denji Hayakawa? Oh my god. He has the... Oh no! Does he have the same surname as Aki? Oh, my heart. Now the Twitch chat. Makima makes the world love him, so she can defeat him. Ironically, this ends up I like that too. I like that aspect too. Ironically, this ended up gives him the reason to live on. Yeah, it's cute. Someone saying, I'm happy she's growing. Thank you for being happy for me and my channel. I wish you were here too. Let's go. Can I wait, Elda? Okay, aren't they? I know, right? I'm shocked when she said all of that theories. Wait, what? The Denji and Bao relationship is brother and sister, but in Alabama? No. She got all of the theories on YouTube on her own. Wait, what? Damn, she's on a different level. Wait, what? So there are more theories on YouTube, right? I'm not watching, when I read something or watch something, I'm typically not watching any videos on that medium. Because I like to use my own brain. Except when I'm lacking historical context of when a certain thing is taking place or when a certain thing was written. Like, I want to have the historical context. Then yeah, I'm gonna have that because I'm obviously not part of that context and I want to know about that context so I can think about it on my own. And that's when I'm gonna look up other videos on specific media, but I usually don't watch people talk about their own theories or their own interpretations or their own emotions about a certain book, series, movie, whatever. I don't do that. It's not that I don't value their insight. It's that I come up with my own things, and I'm okay with that. Some advertisements from the Japanese sites called Denji, Aki, and Power the Hayakawa family. So some people decided to give Power and Denji Aki's last name. No. Oh my god, you got all the theories on your own, lol. Okay. More to be very fair, and all are in line with the series. Oh my god, did Denji and Aki marry? So happy for that. Stop it. They're gone, who knows. Anyway. Twitch chat is like the child Elda doesn't want. I'm sorry. No. Let's continue reading. I talked so much, my throat is already hurting. What's with this expressionless face, dude? Look at him. He looks so sad, goddamn. Draw attention to yourself and you're asking to get killed by Makima. She has keen ears. The next time you turn into Chainsaw Man is the day she kills you. The tears. He's so sad. He's so sad. Please, Kishibe, be his mentor. And make him realize that he's worth something as Denji. Do they have a toilet in this dungeon here? 6-hour stream. Stop it, Epi. No, also a friend of mine is coming at like 4 p.m. so I need to... Aki is the mom and Kishibe is the cold-hearted dad. Stop it. What chapter is this? It's... I forgot. Still 93? 94? 94, I think. 94. They have a toilet here. What's this thing? This line here. Is it 93? Oh yeah, it's 93. This is 94. This is 93. What's this here? Fujimoto is the god of foreshadowing? Yeah. Absolutely. He's just so sad. Look at this. I still want to be Chainsaw Man. How can I kill Miss Makima so I can do that? He even wants to kill Makima so he can be just Chainsaw Man. See? He's literally saying, I want to be Chainsaw Man. I don't want to be Denji anymore. I just want to be Chainsaw Man. Did you already watch the trailer for the anime? Yes, of course, as soon as it came out. And I've watched it several times since. But yeah. She's not an enemy I can beat by swinging my chainsaws around willy-nilly. In all this time I spent watching her and talking to her, there's got to be something that felt off. Think, Denji. Rack your crappy brain. It's no use. My turn to crap brain's gotten even more jumbled than before. I feel so bad for Denji. And still thinking about the good times he had with her. Look at this. Denji. That's what you call Stockholm. This. I'm the worst. No, you're not the worst. You're just a victim, my boy. You're just a victim. Even after what she did to me, I still like Miss Makima. Because she manipulated you emotionally. She groomed you, actually. Like, she came to you when you were 15. She groomed you to love her. I hate her so much. God damn it. She's such an evil woman. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hey, hello? Excuse me? What the fuck? What the fuck is happening right now? So he did escape the fucking basement or wherever he was with Kishibe. Went to a mass grave. Probably the gun devil's victims here. Turned into Chainsaw Man again. And basically summoned her with her a band of dogs. God damn it. Denji. Yeah, Makima is a top tier villain. I love this panel too, it's beautiful. So, this is so tragic. Oh my god. I like this, the use of black and white. I wonder how you can translate this panel, for example, into the anime. It looks so good. You look quite feeble now. Did you come here expressly to die for me? Oh no. Miss Makima, in this ultra awesome perfect world you're gonna make, will there still be crappy movies? Why have you turned back into Denji? I hate her so much. Look at with how much distaste she's looking at Denji. The 7 deadly Sims, yes. You can't run forever, so might as well face and kill your god. I hope. Why have you turned back into Denji? The distaste in her eyes when she's looking at Denji. And Denji just gathering up all his courage, despite him still being in love with Makima. With his groomer and abuser coming here to face her. And even wanting to make sure that if he dies, that at least the world is gonna be, in a way, in a state that he can approve of. Having crappy movies. Fujimoto's love for movies is coming through in both Fire Punch and Devilman. Devilman. Chainsaw Man. Personally, I believe the world would be better if bad movies ceased to exist. Guess I gotta kill you after all then. I fucking knew it. He wanted to make sure, like, if he comes here, if he dies here right now, that at least the world is gonna be in a better state. But she gave the wrong answer. She said she doesn't want crappy movies to exist. So Denji's like, okay, well, then I will have to fucking kill you after all. It's If crappy movies don't exist, then that's not a world that I want to die for. Fujimoto is such a genius at paneling. I agree. So I hope the anime makes the most of its medium as well. Yes, otherwise it won't be as good as the manga. Agreed. Yes, agreed. Bad movies are not just bad movies. It has a deeper meaning. It's also the only quality time he really spent with Makima, where it was just the two of them and there was nothing bad that happened afterwards. That could mean that she won't allow what she considers to be crappy movies, so Denji has to kill her. I guess I gotta kill you after all, then. Right, then... Yeah, I mean, it's about how to truly understand a good movie, you need bad ones. That is, like, the reality, like, the parallel to reality. In order for a virtue to be seen as a virtue, you need to have people that do not act virtuously. In order for good morals to exist, you need amoral or immoral behavior too. So you can distinguish good from evil. You can't tell if something is good if you don't have, like, the duality aspect to it. You can either have good, bad, or nihilism. And I think for Denji, to his brain, or to make this parallel for the reader, crappy movies are being used. But also I think it's a very personal choice for Denji in particular, because he didn't really understand the movie that he watched with Makima. He didn't understand it. Makima said it was crappy. But he enjoyed that time with Makima nonetheless. So to him, that movie was worth something, whereas to Makima, it's apparently worthless and she wants it to be erased from existence. Whereas he sees some worth in it because he had quality time with it. So there's, like, multiple meanings behind these lines here, in my opinion. And they're all deep. I like it. I like the complexity that is delivered with simple words. Crappy movies, not better, they don't exist. Well, then I'm gonna kill you. It's simple. But there's so much complexity behind those words. So I like that. I like Fujimoto in general. The way he's writing and the way he's paneling, as someone said, he's a very good visual storyteller and storyteller in general. So that's why I like The Room, huh, Elda? Yeah, I actually love The Room. Best Fujimoto paneling is in the new one-shot. Every single panel served a specific purpose and was so unique. I've noticed that with Fujimoto, he just gets better and better with each creation. Because I do love Fire Punch, but it has some things that are, like, not, like, perfect. I think some things in Fire Punch, I think they're better done in Chainsaw Man. But you can just see that he's evolving in his skills, and so you can just expect better and better things to come out from him in the future. And how to understand the good in life. You need to have the bad moments. Yep, Denji to me asked, in your perfect world, does bad stuff happen? And she said no, meaning truly there is no way to know the world is good. That could... I don't know if that's what Denji meant when he asked that, but that's what we can think of for Denji's, like, simple brain. That is the only way he can conceive that concept, by asking about crappy movies and his own, like, personal relationship to them. Like, maybe he can't think about complex things like a duality of mankind and so on, like of more philosophical themes, where we discuss what gives something worth. Right? Maybe he can't think in complex terms and he's breaking it down to his own means of understanding. Maybe, yeah. Maybe that's how you can interpret it. But I think that the personal aspect of the movie watching, the crappy movies, is another a facet of this question that you have to consider when he's posing it. Are you planning to finish it today? Stop it! Yes, I am planning on finishing it today. I see you're a man of culture. Know the room. Didn't you kill her? I've seen a quote of his where he said that he wants every panel to feel cinematic. That is the purpose of a visual medium, yes. Fujimoto is thinking correctly for his medium. Manga, a visual medium. 54 watching, but only 30 likes. Come on, guys, let's get it to 50 plus. I mean, I'm happy that it has that many viewers and that many likes. That's a good ratio, if they ask me. I like Fujimoto making manga about movies. He can do so much more in this medium than movies. Of course, Snake in the Eagle's Shadow Peak fiction. Likes are stuck on the same number as when I liked it. May have to reload to see real likes. We don't know. You're gonna be gushing over when you read Look Back and Goodbye Eri. The way he translates a film cinematography into a manga panels is just god tier. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Okay, let's continue reading this. I already have so much love and respect for Fujimoto for already doing that. But if he's just getting better and better, that's just so amazing, and yeah, it gives you so much to look forward to it. Guess I gotta kill you after all then. Right, then. This appearance of yours and the things you say are unworthy of ChainsawMan. Spoken like a true fan. I find you disagreeable. I find you disagreeable, bitch! Okay, even the crows are disappearing. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. They look scary as all hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're in the front. Together with the control devil, and then there's an entire army of these officers. Chapter 94. Chainsaw Man versus the Weapon Humans. Again. Fucking again. Oof. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah, she has a zombie devil. Well, fuck. Well, fuck. Oh no. What's he doing? Tenji, what are you doing? Oh my god. Oh, wow. Oh wow. Yee! Whoa! Okay, more fighting happening. Ah! Yeah! No, Denji. He should eat them. So disrespectful, she continues to use the dead. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Does she have any respect for anything? No, she's the control devil. She does not care. Standing here, I realize you were just like me trying to make history. I have no idea what you're talking about. Rah! Good! Rah! I can't wait, to be honest, to see the fights happening with the animation. They have to be super hype. I can imagine. Yes, please do all the sound effects, please, Elda. Yeah! Ugh. I like how they're not really sound effects, it's just... Okay, here we have a sound effect, the bzzz. But, there's not so much. I mean, yeah, there are still sound effects, but compared to other manga, there's not that many. And I read Solo Leveling before this stream. Like, there's like a boom, crash, crackle, and so on the entire fucking time. But here, a lot of the time, sound effects are not used because you can imagine the sound already. For example, like the panel where Makima started laughing furiously, you didn't need to have a panel that said ha 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 in there, you know she's laughing. You can see it. So I like that type of minimalism when it comes to onomatopoeia in Chainsaw Man too. But yeah. Ra, ra, ga, ugh. Oh no. He's considerably weaker than before. The whole world has accepted Chainsaw Man. They're even turning him into a merchandised character for consumption now. There's no need to fear him anymore. Hmm? What? What? Even though she's being manipulated, he's being manipulated by Makima, it saddens me to see Denji killing Reise. Oh, yeah, she, Reise. Yeah, it is sad. Sad for what Denji could have had, and what Reise could have had. They could have been happy together, just somewhere far away. But that life was never meant for them. Such simple happiness was never meant for them. Yeah, Kensuke Ushio, he's on the soundtrack for Chainsaw Man. It has to be good. He's such a talent. He only works on very artistic anime. Yes, aren't they immortal? I mean, yeah. He's in being turned into merchandise. She reads it as there is a giant footstep plushie in the background. True. Devilman Crybaby, a silent voice, Ping Pong, the animation, and Boogie Bob Phantom. Yeah, he's really a talent. Are you still planning on starting Slam Dunk read-throughs? No, I can't do that. I will put up an explanation in the community tab. Read that, please. But nah, we can't read Slam Dunk after all. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god. Also, I need to pee. Okay. Ah, Denji. Ah, so weak. No. Get away from him, bitch. Bang? Why did she do that? To feed him? Why does she need to say bang for that to happen? Wake up, Denji. I'll kill you personally. Trade blows with me. What a fucking bitch. Next chapter. Oh my god. Yeah, they were all dead. I fucking hate her. She can't. God damn it. Chainsaw Man versus Control Devil. Okay. It's happening. In chapter what? What's the chapter 95? 2 more chapters after that. But I need to pee. Boom. Rise and shine. Ha. Head off, bitch. Now eat her. Eat her now. Oh. Maybe first kill the prime minister and then eat her. Oh man. Why didn't Kishibe tell Denji that she had a contract with the prime minister? That whenever she died, someone else in Japan will die for her? He needs to kill. She was Spike Spiel before becoming Makima. She first, the contract between the prime minister and her needs to be broken, and then he needs to eat her. That's what he needs to do. Fujimoto announced this as end of Chainsaw Man at this point, and the fandom exploded at him. Poor man. Oh no. Oh, yeah, see, someone else is dying for her. Reattaching itself to her, fuck. Oh god, and she's deflecting and punching. She slapped him. She slapped Chainsaw Man. Oh god. Yeah, someone else is. Okay, yep. Oh no. Is the bang thing like the con thing Aki needed to do? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. But then she's a devil who can make contracts with other devils. Then again, she can sacrifice other humans to make those I don't know. Yeah, she does make sacrifices, like using other humans in order to have contracts with devils. She's even fighting headless, and the head is reattaching itself. It's so... Seeing this dynamic fight animated, I want to see that, to be honest. Like, I don't need an anime adaptation of Chainsaw Man for the story itself. I just need it for these action-packed sequences. Just need it for that. God damn, they're just taking each other apart. Oh god. Yeah, they're really trading blows. They're really doing that. Just a suggestion, background music would be good for streaming while narrating. No, I don't want to do that. Hi, Benjamin, but I don't want to do that because what if the music doesn't match with what I'm reading? Also, please focus on the comic and my voice. I don't need to be distracted by music. I never read while using music. I don't need that. God damn! Look at them! Fuck! No way. Bitch! No way! She obliterated him. That's Pochita! Look at Pochita! No! That's such a beautiful panel, though. It reminds me of that statue of Mary and Jesus that's in Rome. I forgot. Like, fuck, I forgot what the statue is called again. It's in Rome. Like, literally just Jesus on her lap. A good parallel to a loving mother and her sacrificial lamb son. With Makima, such a loving mother and her sacrificial lamb son. Good night, Denji. Stop it. Literally tore out Denji's heart. Yes, true. The twist ending no one saw coming. The melancholy face of Makima sells it for me. It's just, like... You know, there was one book that we had to read when I was in 9th grade in German class. It was called Der Kameramörder. It's called The Camera Killer, basically. And the book was so fucking boring. Like, it was about how 4 friends met at a weekend house and they were being together, like they were either married or planning to get married. Anyway, they were 2 couples just spending time with each other in the countryside, enjoying the countryside. And at the same time, there was like a serial killer of children who filmed his crimes and sent them to the media. And the media showing the video footage of all that happening after like a certain time, like midnight or something. And so there were these gruesome events taking place, these children, and how they were trying to find the murderer. And then these 4 people in their weekend hut just spending time with each other. And the narrator, I think it was the guy of one of the couples, he was just narrating everything in such a boring manner. Like, even like telling you how many slices of salami were put onto a slice of bread, how the sandwich was made. Everything was so monotonous. Even how the murders being shown on TV were depicted, it was all so fucking boring until at the end it was revealed that he was the murderer, and the police, like all the helicopters, came to their weekend hut and they were arresting him. It's because for the narrator, for the killer, killing children was just as monotonous as making a sandwich. The monotony here with Makima, to me, it just reminds me of that book, because to her, it just doesn't mean anything. It doesn't touch her in the slightest. How she, and that she killed Denji here. She's just so unaffected. It's not that she's like lacking emotion, it's just that she doesn't fucking care about him. It's so usual to what she's doing anyway. The only thing that can rouse any type of emotion and bliss or whatever in Makima is when she sees Denji suffer. Like when she sees him break down, that's what gives her happiness. That's when you can see her react. From the typical monotonous line, like her mood goes up, it spikes, and then it's back to monotonous again. So it just shows me how cold-hearted she is even more. La Pietà, yes, Mar, thank you. That's the statue that I was talking about. By Michelangelo, yes. Hey everyone, hi! Dali, nice to see you. German class? It's a reference to the Pietà I had saved for Discord, yeah. Why are you talking about this? Because I always talk about something else. It's called a tangent. It's what we do on this channel, okay? Like she's numb to it. Yes, bro, the first tangent was 1 hour long. This is normal. That's what people sim for. I rarely catch up to live. I just lucked out today. Well, nice to see you here. Yeah, she is cuter in this panel, Kasapyang, but still, oh, look at this. No, don't rip her out. She doesn't want to be outside. She wants to be inside, Denji. Oh no, fuck, Denji, shit, no. It was unavoidable that you'd lose to my bare hands. You are in Chainsaw Man after all. She doesn't even know what those words mean to Denji right now, when all he can associate with Chainsaw Man is love and recognition. How can I get you to give up on this world, Denji? What do I need to do for you to turn back into Chainsaw Man? Chainsaw Man doesn't spit. The way she said that. God damn. Chainsaw Man doesn't wear clothing and doesn't talk. Every action he takes should be chaotic. And yet, despite not getting him at all, you were chosen by Chainsaw Man. Yeah, but look, Top Notch, she said, I don't agree. She's not happy because Denji's suffering. She's happy because it brings her closer to her objective of Chainsaw Man. Yeah, but that's the same thing. She looks down on Denji. So her seeing Denji suffer, because look, she sees Denji as unworthy of Chainsaw Man. She just appreciates Chainsaw Man. She does not fucking care about Denji. Her seeing Denji suffer is not just because it brings out, you know, Chainsaw Man sooner, but also because she actively hates Denji for being the one that's harboring Chainsaw Man inside of him. Ironic how Makima, being the control devil, wants Chainsaw Man because he represents chaos. Yeah. You're not supposed to talk, woman. Just read. Stop it. I'm gonna piss myself. After this chapter, I'm gonna go. I have to pee. And Epi, after this chapter, please put on ads so I can go pee. Oh my god. If you're going to get in our way, then die. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh no. Denji. What the fuck kind of username is that? What is going on? What the fuck? How did you do that? Oh my god. Denji. Oh no. Look at her. Look at her just looking down on him in disgust. God damn it. And now please. Ads right now. I need to go pee.